Alright, I'm gonna keep this video short, sweet, and to the point. Okay? I didn't even realize this was still on. Look, I have said my two-piece on the fumble when it comes to Spike Lee and what happened yesterday. So I'm here to talk about this Spike Lee stuff once and for all, and I don't want to hear about it ever again because it's frustrating to see this news overshadow what happened that same night.
On the 24, Barrett previously an air ball. The drive, the layup, banks it home. 3-point lead.
I'm getting ahead of myself. I know it's not a funny intro, but I'm really frustrated about this. Cue the intro. What's good, CK Crew? It's your boy CK2K here, and welcome back to another video. If you haven't already, make sure you hit subscribe, like this video, hit that notification bell so you know whenever a new video is posted. I know I normally post on Tuesday, but here we are on Wednesday. I apologize, family, but here we are with this video. And this video is not going to be long. It better not be long because I want to get to the point and get this out of the way quickly and show some love to what really happened on Monday night that we should only have been talking about. But I'm sure you guys know by now all the news and all the reports about Spike Lee. Oh, sorry, hold on. I'm sure you guys know by now all the news and reports about Spike Lee. They all started trickling away as the game was going on against Houston. We were hearing reports that Spike Lee was arguing with people about possibly being kicked out and this and that. It was all kind of rumors and stuff. Then the video came out where you saw him getting crazy with the security, saying reckless things like this. So there was all kind of rumors. And then that night, the same game, we saw him, we saw pictures of him courtside doing what he was supposed to do. Everything's good and everything was fine. And then reports then came back talking about, you know, it was a dispute between him not wanting to use a different entrance other than the entrance he's been using for the past 20 some odd years, which is the employee entrance. And basically the Knicks were telling him, and they have been telling him, that no, you need to be using the VIP entrance. That is the new way of the land. I'm sorry. And Spike is in his feelings saying that that's not how it should be. And at that point, I'm watching the game thinking that that's the end of it. Well, little did we know that wasn't the end, because then he decided to text Stephen A. Smith that same night after shaking hands with James Dolan, making everything seem all right, and decided to go onto, of all places, ESPN and First Take the next day, where all of this started.
It's not, if they change the thing, let me know.
Why do you think the policy changed, at least towards you?
I'm being harassed by James Dolan. I don't know why.
Now, like I said, I don't intend to give this much time. I hate even making this video, especially since I got to speak my piece over on The Fumble. By the way, if you guys aren't already subscribed, go subscribe to The Fumble. I'm there every day. We were live at 11 p.m. PST, or 11 a.m. PST. Go check it out. But I said my piece there. Want to leave it for what it is. I'm even upset that I even got as riled up as I did, because I told myself pre-show I'm not going to give that much energy to this situation, and yet I did. So apologize to myself in the past. The fact that we talking about an entrance again, like this, it's so frustrating. And then had the audacity, knowing what it was going to do for our team. After we got our first win under Leon Rose, our rookie looking like the guy that we all knew he was going to be, you had the audacity to go on the Mickey Mouse Club ESPN. To drop all this knowledge, to drop all this stuff. But basically, he went on to First Take, and you can tell ESPN and Stephen A. Smith and all those people were just trying to get whatever they can out of this story to turn it into something bigger than it actually was, and not even talk about what happened in the game. Now, they did mention it, but it was more of a story about the Houston Rockets and should they be worried about this loss, and nothing against the Knicks. They all in unison said that this game against the Knicks is no big deal because, let's face it, nobody comes to play. All y'all can go somewhere with that stupid trash take, especially the all-stars and superstars going to that Garden expecting to have themselves a night. The Rockets got jumped. All right, you can twist it however you want to twist it. Rockets came out there, especially when they're on a winning streak. Man, miss me with the whole I didn't play them hard. They got outplayed by our young core, but that's not what this is about. What this is about is Spike Lee coming out and basically is complaining about an entrance, a doorway. Okay, now mind you, I get it where the employee entrance is compared to where the VIP entrance is, because to go through everything he went through, scanning your tickets, this and that and the third, and then to be told you have to go on the other side of the building and go through that VIP entrance, yeah, that would piss somebody off. But also in that same breath, they've been telling him for weeks and months on end that this is the procedure. I know you're used to this. We're going to give you some time. We'll give you a grace period, but you got to start coming through the VIP. That's the way it is. And that's how it should end right there. That's how it should end. But no, now Spike Lee's turning into a whole thing talking about he's never coming back to another Knicks game for the rest of the season, which isn't many left. I think it's like 25, 27. There's not many games left. So you think you slick, Spike, but we know that that's not that hard of a sentence because you did say you're going to be back for the draft and you'll be back next season. So not even that as much of a take as you tried to make it, but it's okay because ESPN ate it up and they decided to make the headline, as well as the rest of the media sources in the entire world, that Spike Lee will not return for the remainder of the season. The point of this video is because I want to hear what you guys think about it. Now, like I said, to me, this is a non-story. This is nothing. This is literally just Spike Lee being upset that things are changing. He doesn't like the changes, and he's turning into the fact that James Dolan is coming after him when that's not the case. Not in this instance. It's not the case. Do not use this in the same breath as the Charles Oakley thing, because that was completely out of line and something that shouldn't have happened, especially the way it happened. This is not that same thing. Also, whoever recorded that video of Spike Lee, like that person is a chump and needs to come out, because that person right there, they knew what they're doing. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get my story and I'm gonna get my bread. Cool, I'm not gonna knock somebody's hustle, but at the same time, you knew what you're trying to do. And of all days, just like, these are the kind of things, these are kind of narratives that are going to overshadow anything that goes well with the Knicks. And until we have a better product on the court, there's only so much we can do to avoid this stuff. But like these kind of things, man, it's just not a good look. And I don't know, it's all frustrating. But what are you guys thinking about Spike Lee? Do you guys think that Spike was out of pocket to go on ESPN and say these things rather than, talk his frustrations on social media, or come to a more New York based network? Or do you think that this is just another take to try to get clicks and get a story out of the New York Knicks, because that's just the easy thing to do? I want to know all your thoughts on that in the comments below. And do you agree with Spike? Do you think Spike has a reason to be upset, or are you with me that this one is just out of pocket and he's just making a fuss about nothing? It just sounds very, very bougie to an extent, if you want me to be completely honest. And I love Spike. All due respect to Spike Lee. I have nothing but respect for every project he has put out. Well, most projects he's put out. I'm gonna be completely honest with you there. Say what you will about Spike. Have your opinion on Spike. Let me know what it is in the comments below. I do want to turn this into the positive. That was the game against the Houston Rockets. We saw so many amazingly great things out of that game from our young core. I don't know if it has anything to do with Leon Rose being appointed the president officially that led to a lot of our younger players playing more. Kevin Knox, who had a great game the game before, was coming into this game playing just as solid. RJ Barrett was out of this world. Like, I'm so proud to see these players. We even see Frank Ntilikina play all of the fourth quarter and get benched over Elfrid Payton. That's something that we haven't been seeing in the past. We saw Julius Randle come in later on in the fourth quarter compared to just forcing rotations that we've been seeing in the past. I don't know if that has more to do with Leon Rose telling Mike Miller, do the rotations you want to do, or I don't know what it is, but it all clicked and it all looked a lot better. This was our best passing game of the season. We're not in the top echelon of assisting in games, and this was our best passing game of the entire season. And you know what, a lot of that has to do with ball movement, and a lot of that has to do with having it run through RJ Barrett more so than Julius Randle and even Elfrid Payton, somebody that I believe gets a lot more hate than he deserves in Elfrid Payton. But at the same time, I do get the gripes that he does have, so that people have with Elfrid Payton. I'm not foolish to the stuff that he does. So all that other Spike Lee stuff aside, more props to the guys that were on that court and played that game against a surging Houston Rockets. And this is the first time we beat them in a while, because they've been on an 8-game winning streak against us, and we snapped that thanks to our young rookie RJ Barrett. And James Harden had some very good words to say about him, saying that keep his head right, do what he got to do, and he gets the opportunity. This dude's gonna be next level in this league, and nobody's disagreeing with that. So that's the real story. The real story was the product we saw on the court, not this other petty stuff that we're seeing behind the scenes. I didn't even talk about the statement and all that stuff. It doesn't matter. My energy on this is completely done, and hopefully by the time you see this video, yours is as well. I just wanted to address it, want to say my 2 cents on it, and want to shed light on the real story, and that was RJ Barrett tying for his career high in 27 points in a victory over the Houston Rockets. That came down to a shot by RJ Barrett that was clutch, and came down to defense by Frank Ntilikina that was clutch as well. Great game by my Knicks. I'm out of here. You guys know what it is. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. It's me, your boy CK. I'm going to hit you guys in the next one. Let's get it. I'm out of here. Peace.
Feeling like I won the lotto. Always taking trips with a new chick, asking where the time goes. And I wonder if this is all I'll know. 'Cause like my old man, I'm a rolling stone.